Hello, everybody. We are about to get started. Welcome to Tinker Tuesday. I'm so excited that you are here. Today we are going to be doing a little celebration for Bookworm's birthday. So we are going to get started making some nature cupcakes very shortly. It's a little bit before 1 o'clock right now. If you're here and you're watching, make sure to comment and say hello. I would love to say hi. Hello, Kayla is watching. Welcome, Kayla. If you have any littles that would like a shout out, just feel free to comment and I'll do my best to say hello to them. All right, so it is 1 o'clock and we are going to get started. My name is Cate Tinker and I am the Director of Education and Community Programming at Bookworm Gardens in Sheboygan. Today we are going to be making nature cupcakes. Now it's a very special week in the world of gardens because it is National Public Gardens Week. So we are going to be celebrating National Public Gardens Week along with Bookworm Gardens' birthday. 2020 marks Bookworm Gardens' 10-year birthday. So I thought we should celebrate with sprinkles. So I have a lot of multicolored sprinkles today, and we're going to talk a little bit about different ways that you can use things that you have in your cabinet or cupboard to do some fun sensory play activities. Kayla says that her daughter Haley is watching today. Hi Haley, thanks for watching. So excited that everybody's here to join us. Tinker Tuesday is a part of a series of all different types of activities called Busy with Bookworm. So make sure that you're checking on our Facebook and Instagram and website for lots of different fun things going on. So today I thought we would do some playing with sprinkles. Sprinkles are pretty fun because they come in a rainbow of colors. So sometimes you might have a sprinkle mix that has all different types of colors, or maybe you have different specific types of colors. We'll see if I can hold this up and you can see some of the different colors in here. I already did a sprinkle explosion this morning all over my dining room table. So sprinkles can be pretty fun as well. You might want to put down a mat or old vinyl tablecloth or some sort of a tray or bin for your littles when they're playing with sprinkles because they can get everywhere, which is part of the fun. Sprinkles are a little bit like glitter in the cooking world. So today I'm going to do my best to be Chef Cate, and we are going to be making all natural Play-Doh and so that we can make our nature cupcakes together. So the first ingredient that you are going to need for your nature cupcakes is flour. So I've got a nice big bin of flour in here. We're going to use 2 cups of flour to get started with our nature cupcakes. So I'm going to put this flour down here, open this guy up. One really fun thing if you have older kiddos is to use, this is an opportunity to do some measuring. So you could make your Play-Doh in advance for your littles, or you can make it with them. So we've got a 1 cup here, and I'm gonna scoop out 2 cups of my flour into my bowl. I'm gonna pop my bowl right here. So I've got 1 cup of flour and 2 cups of flour. Flour is really popular right now because everyone is baking bread. It doesn't matter what type of flour you use. You can use the cheapest of cheap with the white flour. You can use a little bit of the different types of bread flours that you're using. It doesn't really matter. You can experiment. If something works really well or ends up being amazing, please comment and let us know so that we can know what type of flour would make the most fun nature cupcakes. The next ingredient that we are going to use is 1 cup of salt. So I have just plain old Morton salt, and I got a whole big new container so that we could make sure that we had a whole cup, because that's a lot of salt. Usually when you're using recipes, it's a little bit less, but there is a ton of salt in this recipe. We're going to be posting a whole recipe on our Facebook and our Instagram, so no worries if you don't need to write anything down right now. So after we have our dry ingredients, which is our flour and our salt, we're just gonna gently mix those two things together and get ready to add our wet ingredients. This is also a really fun experience if you're gonna be cooking with your littles, to talk a little bit about the difference between dry and wet and some opposites. So once our dry ingredients are all mixed together there, we are gonna add in our wet ingredients. The first wet ingredient is going to be 1 cup of water, and you can use a measuring cup, a liquid measuring cup, to measure that and pretend like it's a little science experiment, which is pretty fun. You're also going to need 1 tablespoon of an oil. I was making a lot of Play-Doh this morning, and I experimented with 2 types of oil. I did coconut oil because I thought, oh, so much fun. My Play-Doh will smell all coconutty. But it was a little bit hard to dilute into my cold water. So I ended up using just vegetable oil that I also had in my cabinet. But really, you can use any type of oil that you have around. And so it's just really personal preference and whatever you've got so that you don't have to go to the grocery store. I'm gonna need 1 teaspoon of oil in here. So I'm gonna pour this right here. Pour that right into my water, and it makes a really kind of a fun pattern in here. You can see little bubbles, and you can see the oil is separating from the water, which is really fun. I'm gonna pour in my oil and my water after I give it a quick little mix in with my wet ingredients into my dry ingredients. So I'm gonna mix this up. It almost looks a little bit like a hurricane. So this is truly a fun science experiment right now. And then I'm gonna put a little bit into my dry, and then I'm going to do some stirring. So the instructions that I'm using say that you're slowly supposed to add these together. So a little bit of the wet into the dry and a little bit of the wet into the dry. So I think that's normal for some baking experiences. That's a pretty normal thing. So, all right. So we're gonna keep on mixing until we get all of our wet ingredients in here with our dry ingredients. So this Play-Doh is all natural, obviously. It is edible. So if when you're playing with your sprinkles, you end up getting a little bit in your mouth, you have a little that wants to be tasting things, it's not going to be harmful at all to them. You would just want to watch and make sure that if you end up using any natural materials, which we're going to talk a little bit about with your nature cupcakes, that you're only using edible natural materials if you choose to go that route, if you have any littles that are going to put stuff in their mouth, or you can just make sure you're keeping a watchful eye on them so that oh, do you add a scent to your Play-Doh? Oh, thanks for asking, Kayla. With the coconut oil, you get a really fun coconutty scent. You can also add peppermint. I haven't added essential oils. If you have added any essential oils or any other scents to your Play-Doh, comment and let me know, because that would be a fun thing to do. So after we have combined all of our ingredients, our flour, our salt, our cold water, and our oil, we are gonna do some kneading. So we're gonna take a big chunk of this dough, and we are gonna knead it on a hard surface. So we're gonna knead it between our hands, and we're just gonna kind of combine all of these different ingredients together. Ooh, essential oils work, says Whitney. Awesome. Do you guys have a scent preference? What do you think? If you're making nature cupcakes with rainbow sprinkles, I wonder what scent that you would like to have it be. I'm a peppermint girl myself, but I don't know, there could be some fun combinations, or you could get little droppers for little, and you could have different types of scents and then do a guessing game. That could be kind of fun. So once we knead our Play-Doh all together, here it is. It's a nice natural color. You can also choose to add different food dyes into this, or some natural dyes, depending if you know your preference. I was thinking it would be fun to have it continue to be natural color, so we can pretend like we are making our cupcakes and then have the sprinkles really pop. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to roll a circle of my dough here, and then I decided to get a bunch of cupcake liners. So you can kind of see him right there, a cupcake liner, and then roll a circle for my cupcake. So you can see right there, I kind of just popped. Ooh, orange scents. Oh, I love that. Lavender and mint would be really fun for nature cupcakes. So we've got our Play-Doh right here, and then the wonderful thing about this Play-Doh is it's reusable, so just put it into a Tupperware or a Ziploc bag, and you can reuse it for as long as you feel like it's still good. So we've got our little nature cupcake right here, and now we get to add our different kind of accoutrement, our different add-ins or additions. So I might want to put some rainbow sprinkles on my cupcake here. So here you can see you've got a little bit of like a rainbow sprinkle thing going on. I might want to add some floral material. I have some flowers that were actually left over from my Tinker Tuesday last week. And so I might want to have like a little flower. I think I need some more sprinkles on here. So we can add in our sprinkles. Another thing that you could do is you could use your different color sprinkles and your different colored natural materials and do color matching. So you can find the different sprinkles and then match it with some different natural materials. So right here I have some forsythia, I have some tulips that are on their way out. I was gifted a beautiful dahlia for Mother's Day, and there were a couple petals that fell, so I've got this beautiful orange color. These little daisies were from the grocery store from last week. I have some boxwood from my own garden, and some purpley flower that I don't know the name of, and any of these would make really fun decorations for your nature cupcakes to celebrate Bookworm Garden's 10th birthday. Another thing that you can do with sprinkles is put a bunch of sprinkles into a plastic bag. So here are sprinkles right here. And then you can use the sprinkles as a way to do some free writing. So you can do some letters or do some designs in the sprinkles in a plastic bag. And I will post some photos of that so that you can see an example as well. If you have any other thoughts or ideas about ways to use sprinkles in sensory play, please feel free to put that in the comments, and we can share it with the rest of everyone watching today. Another thing that I love to do is, just like I showed you with our flowers, I've got metal baking trays. I have different measuring cups, different tools. You can put them into a Rubbermaid bin or a cardboard box as a material or a place to play, and just put a bunch of sprinkles in and let littles, so ages 2, 3, 4, 5, measure different sprinkles into different areas. Maybe start with 6 different rainbow colors and then combine them. See what happens when you combine the different colors of sprinkles. So there are a lot of different endless ways that you can use sprinkles and other things that you have right in your house to do some creating. So without further ado, we are going to be wrapping up our Tinker Tuesday for today with our beautiful nature cupcakes. I hope that you will use the hashtag #BusyWithBookworm and take some photos if you decide to use nature cupcakes or any sprinkle play this week. Share your photos with us using hashtag #BusyWithBookworm so that we can see what your creation is going to be. Oh, Kayla's saying funnels are also great play for a sensory bin. I also like to use different scoopers and different plates, different sizes. You can talk about big and medium and small. You can see what fits into what and do some measuring. So there's a lot of different really fun ways, and funnels are also really cool to use as well. So if you enjoyed learning a little bit about ways that you can use sprinkles for sensory play, I hope that you'll be able to join us for a brand new virtual program that we are going to be launching every single Friday. So we have a program called Sprouts and Seedlings Preschool Playtime. It's recommended for ages 2 through 6, and we are taking it virtual. So on Friday, you can join myself, one of our volunteers and staff members, and we are going to be doing all types of activities and experiences experiences that are celebrating Bookworm's 10th birthday. So that video, Sprouts and Seedlings, is going to premiere this Friday at 9 o'clock. And every Friday at 9 o'clock moving forward, there will be activities, a story time, movement, and music experiences, all for your littles in the gardens, where you can see it on social media. So that'll be on Facebook and Instagram and on our website every Friday at 9 o'clock for Sprouts and Seedlings. I look forward to seeing you then. But until then, I hope that you're enjoying this beautiful sunshine, that you've got lots of blooms to go and search for on your walks, and that you join me again next Tuesday for Tinker Tuesday. Thanks so much and have a great day, everybody. Bye.